If you're anything like us, you love a good scoop of guacamole, whether it's piled high on tacos or just served up with crispy chips. But have you ever wondered how that creamy, flavorful dip gets to your favorite restaurant or grocery store? In this video, we're taking you on the behind the scenes of how guacamole is made in a factory. Guacamole might feel like a modern day snack, but its origins stretch all the way back to ancient Mesoamerica. The word guacamole comes from the Nahuatl aguacamole, which means avocado sauce, and it's been a staple in Mexican cuisine for centuries. Now, let's go back a little bit in history. The Aztecs were the first to combine mashed avocados with ingredients like chili, salt, and sometimes tomatoes. The use of avocados was not only known for flavor, but also for its rich, nutritious qualities. Before we get into all the savory details, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss out on our behind-the-scenes tours of the most iconic foods. Avocados, often called the green gold of Mexico, are cultivated with care in the country's diverse landscapes. The journey of an avocado begins with the careful planting of avocado trees, typically in soil rich in organic matter. Farmers start by planting young saplings, which can take anywhere from 3 to 4 years to bear fruit. The harvest typically begins when the fruit reaches the perfect size and maturity, which can take between 8 to 10 months from flowering, depending on the variety. In Mexico, the two most common types of avocados are the Hass and the Fuerte. Hass, with its creamy texture and rich flavor, is the most popular, both domestically and for export. Avocado farming is a labor-intensive process, requiring skilled workers to hand-pick the fruit at the right moment. After being harvested, avocados are carefully sorted, packed, and transported to the processing plants, often through refrigerated trucks to maintain their freshness. In the factory, the fruits first undergo rigorous quality control checks. The avocados are passed along a conveyor belt where workers inspect each one for quality. Any underripe or damaged avocados are removed to ensure that only the best fruit makes it into the final product. Next, the avocados are thoroughly washed to remove any dirt, chemicals, or pesticides from the skin. This is a crucial step, as the outer skin of the avocado can carry impurities, and you want to make sure that only clean, safe fruit is used to make your guacamole. Now it's time for the real magic to happen. In a factory setting, avocados are peeled and pitted using automated machines. The peel is carefully removed and the pit is extracted with precision to ensure no pieces of seed make it into the final product. The peeled and pitted avocados are then sliced into smaller chunks or sometimes mashed, depending on the type of guacamole being made. Some factories also use a combination of both mashed and chunked avocado to create a guacamole with a bit of texture. At this point, the avocado flesh is blended into a smooth, creamy consistency using large industrial mixers. The goal here is to create a guacamole that's just the right amount of creamy without being too runny or too thick. But guacamole isn't just about avocados. To make it flavorful, you need the right seasonings and ingredients. At this stage, other key ingredients are added to enhance the flavor of the guacamole. Common additions include freshly chopped onions, cilantro, lime juice, and sometimes garlic or chili peppers for a little extra kick. These ingredients are carefully measured and mixed in to ensure that every batch of guacamole has the perfect balance of tangy, savory, and spicy notes. Once all the ingredients are mixed together, it's time for a final check: quality control. In a food production facility, there's a dedicated team of quality control experts who ensure that the guacamole is consistently delicious. These workers taste test each batch to make sure the flavor is on point and that the texture is just right. If needed, adjustments are made. A little extra salt here, maybe some more lime juice there. These small tweaks can make a big difference in the final product. Once the flavor and texture are approved, the guacamole is ready for packaging. In the factory, guacamole is typically packaged in large tubs for bulk distribution or in smaller containers for individual sale. Automated machines fill the containers with the freshly made guacamole, sealing them tightly to keep everything fresh. After packaging, the guacamole is ready for distribution. It's shipped out to grocery stores, restaurants, and food service locations across the country, sometimes even around the world. And there you have it, how guacamole is made in a factory. From avocado to your favorite dip. It's a process that combines tradition and innovation to bring us that creamy, zesty goodness we all love. Did you know that mango trees can live for over 300 years and grow up to 100 feet tall? That's right. These giants of the fruit world are more than just delicious snacks. They're living pieces of history, producing fruit for generations. But how do farmers manage these massive trees and turn their fruit into the perfect mangoes you find in your local supermarket? Let's take you inside the world of modern mango production. The mango's path from seed to supermarket starts in an environment that's more laboratory than farm. What if I told you that the first few months of a mango tree's life are spent in conditions as carefully controlled as a spaceship? It's true. The journey of these delicious fruits begins in high-tech greenhouses where every aspect of their early growth is meticulously managed. In these controlled environments, mango seedlings are nurtured under optimal conditions. Temperature, humidity, and light are precisely regulated to ensure the best possible start for these future fruit bearers. This isn't your backyard gardening. It's agricultural science at its finest. But why go to all this trouble? Well, mango trees are a long-term investment. It takes years before they start producing fruit. So farmers need to make sure they're starting with the healthiest, most robust trees possible. That's where grafting comes in. Grafting is a technique that's been revolutionizing mango production. It involves joining a scion, that's the part with the desired fruit characteristics, with the rootstock. This process allows farmers to create trees that combine the best traits of different varieties. You get the fruit quality of one type with the disease resistance or growth habits of another. It's like creating a superhero mango tree. The grafting process is precise and requires skilled hands. Technicians carefully join the two plant parts, ensuring they grow together successfully. This method is crucial for producing quality mangoes efficiently, as it allows farmers to replicate the characteristics of the best performing trees. As the seedlings grow in the greenhouse, they're constantly monitored. Only the healthiest plants make the cut for transplanting to the orchard. This careful selection process is another way technology is improving mango production. By starting with the best possible trees, farmers can increase their chances of a successful harvest years down the line. When it's time to move the young trees to the orchard, it's not as simple as digging a hole and planting. The transition from greenhouse to open field is a delicate process. The seedlings need to be acclimated to outdoor conditions gradually. This involves slowly exposing them to varying temperatures, wind, and sunlight to toughen them up for life in the orchard. The choice of orchard location is crucial too. Mango trees thrive in well-drained soils, so the best orchards are often situated on slopes. This natural drainage helps prevent excess moisture around the roots, which can lead to disease. Climate considerations are also key. Mangoes are tropical fruits, so they need warm temperatures and plenty of sunlight. They also need protection from the extreme heat and cold. Farmers use data on local weather patterns to choose the best spots for their orchards, ensuring the trees will have the right conditions to thrive. While weather plays a crucial role, it's not the only factor in mango cultivation. Ever wondered how farmers know exactly where their trees are thirsty? The answer involves a surprising blend of nature and cutting-edge technology that's changing the face of mango production. In the world of mango farming, precision is key, and that's where microchip technology comes into play. These tiny devices, smaller than a grain of rice, are revolutionizing the way farmers manage their orchards. They're at the heart of advanced drip irrigation systems, transforming water management into mango production. These microchip-equipped systems are like high-tech detectives, constantly monitoring soil moisture levels. They provide real-time data to farmers, allowing them to know exactly when and how much water their trees need. This precision is especially crucial in sandy soils, which are notoriously challenging for moisture retention. By delivering water directly to the roots in carefully controlled amounts, these systems drastically improve irrigation efficiency. They're not just saving water, they're optimizing growth conditions for the mango trees. It's like giving each tree its own personal water butler, ensuring it gets exactly what it needs, when it needs it. But water management is just one piece of the puzzle. When it comes to pollination, mango farmers in Southern California have found an unlikely ally: flies. Yes, you read that right. Green bottle flies and blowflies naturally assist in pollinating mango blossoms. This natural approach eliminates the need for additional pollination resources, making the process more efficient and environmentally friendly. However, growing the perfect mango isn't just about water and pollination. Protecting the fruit from environmental stressors is equally important. One innovative technique involves using paper bags to shield mangoes from excessive heat and sunburn. Farmers choose between brown or white bags depending on the mango cultivar, ensuring each variety gets the protection it needs. This simple yet effective method helps maintain fruit quality throughout the growing season. But it's not just the fruit that needs protection. Mango sap can cause skin irritation similar to poison ivy, making harvesting a potentially hazardous task. To address this, workers wear protective clothing, including long sleeves and gloves. This not only safeguards the workers but also prevents sap burn on the fruit, which can occur if mangoes aren't handled correctly during harvesting. The combination of advanced irrigation technology, natural pollination methods, and protective measures for both fruit and workers represents a holistic approach to sustainable mango farming. It's a perfect blend of nature and technology, working together to produce high-quality mangoes while conserving resources and protecting the environment. This use of precision agriculture in mango farming reflects a significant advancement in agricultural technology. It's not just about producing more mangoes, it's about producing better mangoes more efficiently. These innovations are helping farmers overcome the challenges of mango cultivation, from long maturation periods to alternate bearing patterns. Yet, for all the high-tech solutions in mango farming, the final step relies on something surprisingly low-tech: the human touch. In fact, the way a mango is harvested can make or break its journey to your fruit bowl. What's the secret behind getting that perfect juicy mango to your local supermarket? It all comes down to timing and technique. Mango harvesting is a delicate process that requires skill and precision. Workers carefully assess each fruit's ripeness, looking for subtle changes in color and firmness. The perfect mango should be firm, yet give slightly when gently squeezed. But here's the tricky part. Mangoes are climacteric fruits, meaning they continue to ripen after being picked. This characteristic is crucial for managing harvest timing to ensure optimal flavor upon reaching consumers. When it's time to pick, workers don't just yank the fruit off the tree. They use a gentle tugging motion. If the stem snaps off easily, it's a sign the mango is ready. But there's more to it than just pulling. Harvesters leave a 4-inch stem on each fruit. This isn't just for looks. It prevents sap from oozing out and causing damage, a problem known as sap burn. Once picked, the mangoes aren't just tossed into a bin. They're carefully placed, stem down, in trays. This positioning allows any remaining sap to drain without touching the fruit. It's a simple step that makes a big difference in maintaining quality. But the journey from tree to table is far from over. After harvesting, mangoes enter a high-tech world of post-harvest processing. This is where science and technology take center stage to ensure you get the best possible fruit. First up is grading. Mangoes are sorted based on size, weight, and appearance. This isn't just about making them look pretty on store shelves. It's a crucial step for ensuring quality and marketability. In the US, mangoes are graded into categories like US Fancy, US Number 1, and US Number 2. To make the cut for US Fancy, a mango needs to be clean, mature, and free from defects. It's like a beauty pageant for fruit, but with much higher stakes. After grading, it's time for storage and transportation. This is where temperature control becomes critical. For mature green mangoes, the optimal storage temperature is 55 degrees Fahrenheit, while ripe mangoes should be kept at 50 degrees Fahrenheit. These precise temperatures help maintain quality and extend shelf life. Now, here's where things get interesting for California-grown mangoes. Unlike their imported counterparts, these local fruits don't undergo hot water treatment. This treatment is typically used to prevent fruit flies in imported mangoes. The result? California mangoes often boast superior flavor and freshness. The California mango harvest runs from mid-July to September, depending on the variety. These locally grown fruits are often hand-picked at peak ripeness, ensuring better flavor. You'll often find them at farmers markets, where their superior taste sets them apart from imported varieties. All these steps, from careful harvesting to precise grading and storage, come together to ensure that the mango you pick up at the store is at its flavorful best. It's a blend of age-old farming wisdom and cutting-edge technology, all focused on delivering the perfect mango experience. As we've seen, mango production is being transformed by technology at every stage. From microchip-equipped irrigation systems to controlled atmosphere storage, these advancements are improving fruit quality, sustainability, and efficiency. The National Mango Board's investment in research is driving further innovations, enhancing production and post-harvest practices. The future of mango farming lies in blending traditional methods with cutting-edge technology. Genetic research is focused on developing more resilient varieties that can withstand climate change and market fluctuations. As consumers become more interested in the journey of their food, technology is enabling greater transparency, allowing us to trace mangoes from farm to table. The next time you bite into a juicy mango, consider the complex blend of nature and technology that brought it to your plate. You know that fast food craving that just hits you out of nowhere? The kind where you can't rest until you've had that first juicy bite of a McDonald's hamburger? Well, we're taking you behind the scenes of how McDonald's churns out millions of burgers every single day, faster than you can say Big Mac. If you're ready to find out the secrets that we found when we looked at the actual factory, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe, and let's get started. Let's start with the beef. The journey begins not in the factories, but out in sprawling cattle farms across the world. McDonald's works with suppliers that adhere to strict standards for animal welfare and sustainability. Once the cattle reach the ideal size and age, they're sent to approved suppliers where the meat is processed and prepped for its journey to McDonald's factories. When the beef finally arrives at the factory, it's not just tossed straight into the grinder. First, it goes through a thorough inspection. This is serious business. McDonald's uses advanced bone detection technology, including X-ray machines, to make sure that there are no bones or unwanted bits in the meat. Once the meat passes inspection, it's time to grind. The beef is sent into these massive industrial grinders. These machines are no joke. They can break down tons of beef every single day. The beef comes out looking a bit like spaghetti, long, stringy, and completely uniform. It's then mixed evenly in powerful mixers. Some factories even use vacuum-sealed mixers that remove all the air from the mixture, which helps create a more consistent texture and ensures that each patty is juicy and tender. After the beef is ground and mixed to perfection, it's time to shape those famous patties. The ground beef is funneled into automated stamping machines that form the meat into perfectly round patties. These machines work at lightning speed, stamping out thousands of patties per hour. What happens next is key. The patties are flash frozen using blast freezers that reach insanely cold temperatures of -18 degrees Celsius. This rapid freezing process locks in all the freshness and ensures that the patties stay in perfect shape while they're being transported across the globe. Once frozen, the patties are packaged into plastic bags and then sealed into cardboard boxes. Now, while the beef patties are chilling in the freezers, the buns are on their own journey. They're made in specialized bakeries that supply McDonald's around the world. It all starts with the dough. Massive industrial mixers combine flour, water, yeast, and salt to create the perfect dough. The dough is cut into small portions and sent through high-speed dough rounders. These machines shape each portion into a perfect dough ball. Before the baking begins, the dough balls get a special treatment. A glazing machine sprays a protein solution over the tops, which gives the buns that shiny golden finish once they're baked. And what's a McDonald's bun without sesame seeds? A specialized seeding machine sprinkles sesame seeds evenly over the buns just before they head into the oven. The buns are then baked at 240 degrees Celsius in huge conveyor ovens. These ovens are designed to bake thousands of buns at the same time, ensuring they all come out perfectly golden and fluffy. After the buns cool down, they're sliced and packaged, ready to be shipped to McDonald's restaurants. But let's not forget about the other ingredients that complete the McDonald's burger experience. The lettuce, cheese, and pickles all go through their own special processes before making it into your burger. The lettuce used in McDonald's hamburgers is grown on specialized farms. It's harvested, washed, and chopped into smaller pieces before being sent to the factories. Once it arrives, the lettuce undergoes another round of cleaning and inspection to make sure it's spotless. Machines chop the lettuce to the perfect size for burgers, and from there, it travels through water tanks equipped with vibrators to shake off any dirt that might still be hanging on. After a quick dry, the lettuce is shredded and packed into airtight bags, ready to be sent to McDonald's kitchens. McDonald's cheese is specially formulated to melt just right over a hot patty. Massive industrial cheese cutting machines slice the cheese into perfect uniform squares. And then there are the pickles. These tangy slices of joy start off as cucumbers, which are soaked in a brine solution to preserve their crunch and flavor. The brine contains a high concentration of salt, which not only keeps the pickles fresh, but also extends their shelf life. After soaking, the cucumbers are sliced by industrial slicers into perfect pickle discs, each one uniform in size and thickness. These pickles are then packed and shipped to restaurants, ready to add that extra zing to your burger. Now let's get to the exciting part, how all these ingredients come together in your local McDonald's. When you place your order, it's go time in the kitchen. The frozen patties are placed on McDonald's specially designed clamshell grills. These grills are amazing. They cook the patties from both the top and bottom at the same time, which means no flipping is required. After the patties are cooked, they get a quick sprinkle of salt and pepper for extra flavor. Meanwhile, the buns are toasted to golden perfection in a special electric toaster. This toaster heats the buns just enough to make them warm and slightly crispy on the outside, while still keeping the inside soft and fluffy. Now for the assembly line. The cooked patty is placed on the bottom half of the toasted bun, followed by a slice of that perfectly melting cheese, crisp shredded lettuce, tangy pickles, and a dollop of ketchup and mustard. It all comes together like a well-choreographed dance. And in about 90 seconds, your McDonald's hamburger is ready to go, piping hot and delicious. And there you have it, the full journey of a McDonald's hamburger, from the cattle farms to the factories and finally into your hands. Every step is designed for efficiency, speed, and most importantly, consistency. Imagine the sun-kissed fields where vibrant raspberries ripen, their sweet, tangy scent filling the air. Now, picture that fresh fruit transforming into the delicious spread we all know and love, raspberry jam. In today's video, we're going to walk you through the fascinating process of how raspberry jam is made in a factory. From the moment the berries are plucked from the vine to when that jar is sealed and ready to ship, we'll explore every step of the journey. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you want to see more behind the scenes of how everyday foods are made. Before we dive into the factory, let's talk about where the jam making begins. Raspberries are a delicate fruit, requiring specific conditions to thrive. They grow best in cooler climates with long, mild summers and well-drained soil. Regions like Oregon in the US and the United Kingdom are famous for their high-quality raspberries. Here they flourish, soaking in the sun and rain to produce plump, juicy berries perfect for jam making. Raspberry bushes are carefully tended to throughout the growing season, ensuring the best possible fruit. Unlike some fruits, raspberries are fragile, and they need to be picked by hand. Workers in the fields must be quick but delicate, making sure not to bruise the fruit as they harvest it. The best raspberries are those that are fully ripe, plump, and have the deep red color that signals peak sweetness. Once picked, they are carefully placed into baskets or crates, ready for transport to the processing facility. Once the raspberries arrive at the factory, they are unloaded and sent through an initial sorting process. This step is crucial, as only the highest quality raspberries are used for making jam. The berries are sorted to remove any that are overripe, underripe, or damaged. Some factories use machines with advanced technology to separate out impurities, while others still rely on manual labor for quality control. Next, the raspberries are carefully washed to remove any dirt, debris, or pesticides. They are placed in large washing tanks where gentle jets of water ensure that each berry is thoroughly cleaned without being damaged. It's vital that the berries stay intact during this process, as their shape and texture will affect the final product. Once cleaned, the raspberries are ready for the next step, crushing. In most modern factories, the berries are passed through a crusher or pulper. This machine gently breaks down the fruit into a puree, which will be the base of our jam. The pulp is collected and transferred into large cooking kettles. Here, the raspberry puree is combined with sugar, which helps preserve the fruit and gives the jam its signature sweetness. The amount of sugar varies based on the desired sweetness and consistency of the final product, but a typical ratio is around 60% fruit and 40% sugar. As the mixture begins to cook, it's carefully monitored to prevent burning or overcooking. The cooking process can take anywhere from 20 minutes to an hour, depending on the scale of production and the type of equipment being used. During this time, the pectin in the raspberries is released, helping the jam thicken and take on that perfect spreadable texture. Temperature control is critical at this stage. The jam must reach a precise temperature, typically around 220 degrees Fahrenheit, 104 degrees Celsius, to ensure it sets correctly. Some factories use advanced technology to measure the temperature and consistency, while others rely on the spoon test, a simple method where a small amount of jam is placed on a spoon and allowed to cool to see if it has the right thickness. Once the jam has reached the perfect consistency, it's time for jarring. The hot jam is carefully poured into sterilized jars. In large factories, this process is automated, with machines that fill and seal hundreds of jars every minute. However, quality control remains essential at this stage. Each jar is inspected for any air bubbles or imperfections in the seal, ensuring that the jam remains fresh for as long as possible. Once filled, the jars are sealed with tight-fitting lids to prevent any air from entering. Some factories use vacuum sealing techniques, where air is drawn out of the jar before sealing to prolong the shelf life of the jam. To ensure that the jam is safe to eat and has a long shelf life, it's pasteurized. This means the sealed jars are heated to a specific temperature for a set amount of time to kill any harmful bacteria or microorganisms. Pasteurization also helps preserve the color, flavor, and nutrients of the jam. After pasteurization, the jars are moved to a cooling station, where they are allowed to cool down gradually. Once cooled, the jars are transferred to the labeling station. Here, each jar is carefully labeled with its product name, ingredients, expiration date, and branding. The labeling process is typically automated in large factories, but the design and placement of the labels are carefully monitored for accuracy. Finally, the jars of jam are packed into cartons, ready to be shipped out to distributors, stores, and directly to customers. The packaging ensures that the jam stays secure and intact during its journey from the factory to your local grocery store. After all the hard work and care put into the production process, your jar of raspberry jam finally makes its way to your home. Whether it's for a morning breakfast spread, a sweet addition to desserts, or an ingredient in homemade pastries, raspberry jam is the perfect way to enjoy the taste of summer all year round. From the fields to the factory and finally to your table, the journey of raspberry jam is a testament to the hard work and care that goes into producing every jar. Next time you spread that delicious jam on your toast, you'll know exactly how it got there. If you enjoyed this journey through the process of making raspberry jam, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more behind-the-scenes looks at how your favorite foods are made. Until next time, happy spreading!